Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a returner, then welcome back. The video I have for you today is a layout that I want to use to kind of keep track of my different yarn projects. So I crochet and knit, but this could easily be modified for any other kind of crafting project. So like cross stitch or sewing or like literally any other crafting. But I think this one in particular is good for yarn or string based crafts because that's the some of the art that I use is pretty easy and is used just for kind of more centered around yarn, but there's lots of ways to modify it and make it your own. I also am not going to be using a ruler today because I really want it to look sort of like hand-drawn and sort of sketchy, so I'm not using this lovely guy today. The materials I'll be using are Staedtler pens, but really any fine tip marker, fine tip pen can work, or hell, even any colored pencil, any kind of thing that will make a nice fine line. I will also be using these guys, which are the Zig Clean Color Real Brush pens, but you don't need them, but something to kind of fill in your work if you like. And then I will also be using these little watercolor pencil crayons, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding water or not, but these are the pencil crayons I have. They're from IKEA, they're cheap as hell, so that's what I'm going to be using. So these are the materials I'm using. I'm just going to be kind of sketching this and going along as I go, but the idea is that I want to have a keep the yarn aside for each project. So as I go, I'm going to be numbering the projects. So let's say project 1 is a hat and I have this purple yarn that I want to use for it. What I'm going to be doing is putting the purple yarn that I want for that hat into a bag, and I'll put a little post-it note in it marked 1. So I make sure that that yarn is kept aside for that project. And it will also help me keep organized because I tend to just buy yarn for no reason. So this will hopefully keep me accountable to the projects and not steal yarn for other things that I have like the random whim for. So anyway, let's get started because I've been talking too long already, and let's go into the project. So keep watching.
Let's head out to sea, climb the highest tree, love me like a sunset in a fairy tale, love me like a sailor who was cast away, and I love you like a princess who will come to save the day. Are you the last dreamer, tired of looking back, holding out for tomorrow?
Okay guys, so I'm just wrapping up this pattern. If you found that you might want to use this outline, please comment below with a link to a picture, like your Instagram account, anything where you're using yours, because I would love to see it. And if you don't mind, please credit back to me. While you're at it, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, and if you want to see more of my bullet journal videos and others, please hit subscribe also. Kind of my rationale for the art style on this is that I really wanted it to look quite sketchy, so I didn't really worry too much about making sure everything lined up perfectly. I wanted it to look like a bunch of random scraps of paper kind of thrown messily and taped down as kind of like a project board. So there's rips, there's pieces of tape, there's flaps falling down, there's just like a lot of chaos, but I think it kind of all works together. And you know, if projects need more room for me to draw, I can use bigger post-it notes, and I can use smaller pieces for smaller projects. So this is a great layout for someone who doesn't really want to spend a lot of time measuring out. If you want details on the materials and anything, I have a whole bunch of information linked down below. And thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing time journaling.
All of your fears will go down with this ship. All of your fears will go down with this ship. All of your fears will go down with this ship. Would you build it up again? Would you build it just the same? A castle